Daniel Ricciardo has been ruled out of the Dutch Grand Prix after sustaining a broken wrist following a crash on Friday. Daniel Ricciardo has been ruled out of the Dutch Grand Prix after injuring himself in a collision on Friday, with Red Bull and AlphaTauri moving quick to name his replacement. The Australian driver suffered a broken wrist during the second free practice session after crashing into the wall to avoid colliding with Oscar Piastri, and the injury he sustained as a result of the incident means he is unable to take part. The 33-year-old was taken to hospital in the aftermath of his crash at turn 10 on Friday afternoon, with the Australian seen holding his arm in apparent agony. He was later spotted with his arm in a sling after leaving the medical centre at Circuit Zandvoort, with further examinations required to determine the seriousness of his injury. And in a statement released on Friday evening, his team AlphaTauri confirmed Ricciardo suffered a fractured wrist which will force him to miss Saturday's qualifying session and the race on Sunday in the Netherlands. A statement read, "After today's incident during free practice 2 in Zandvoort, in which Daniel Ricciardo hit the barrier at turn 3, he was brought to the local hospital and further examinations were carried out. An X-ray confirmed he sustained a break to a metacarpal on his left hand, and this injury will not allow him to continue his duties, so he will be replaced by the team's reserve driver Liam Lawson for the remainder of this weekend. The team wishes him all the best for the quickest possible recovery." Piastri had been on a hot lap before losing the rear of his McLaren into the tricky turn 10 and left his car stranded into the barriers, bringing a premature end to his practice session. Seconds later, Ricciardo was preparing to find his line into the corner when he suddenly saw Piastri's car in front of him and he locked up his front brakes, steering into the wall to avoid hitting the 22-year-old. In trying to take evasive action to avoid crashing into his compatriot, Ricciardo will now be forced to sit out while Lawson, the New Zealand driver who competed in the F2 series, gets ready to make his F1 debut. Ricciardo has only been in the cockpit for 3 races after Nyck de Vries was brutally sacked by Red Bull following his struggles in his short 10-race stint. But AlphaTauri have been forced into another change which is hardly ideal preparation for their race weekend.